I'm confident that you have another shot with your ex, even though everything that you've done and said feels like you'll never have a chance again. Now, I want you to think about something. I'm somebody that helps people get their exes back for a living. So on one hand, you can write this off and say, well, he gets money like this, like blah, blah, blah. But if you're a little bit wiser, you'll know that, like, my schedule's back to back. I'm not hurting for, like, extra people. But the other thing is, like, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm somebody that sees what happens in everybody's stories, right? I talk to multiple people a day, multiple people. And I've got tons of success stories of getting people's exes back. And I know exactly what happens throughout the whole timeline of the issue. You right here in the beginning, okay? A couple months down the line, you're like somewhere else, and then eventually you'll have your ex back if you do and say the right things. So what I'm trying to get at is that you're listening to somebody right now that does this shit professionally. Now, here are the rest of my opinions on why you have another shot. Anything that your ex is telling you that sounds final, like we're done for good, we're just two different people, blah, blah, blah. This is an expression of how they feel. And feelings change. Feelings don't change so quick about like getting rid of relationships, right? Those feelings change closer to 3 to 6 months. Okay, so it's going to take some time for those feelings to change. But that window of time is so long that you can't see it from where you're at. There's not even a light at the end of the tunnel. So you think they're done for good. But what I'm here to tell you is that their feelings will change over the course of months and you will have another shot. Another way to look at is I've done training with cutting edge therapists in the field, and I know about how long that different avoidant attachment styles stay closed off to you for based upon their attachment style. And I've cross-referenced this with other professionals in the field. And I did this like when I was first coming into the field. And since then, over the last couple of years, I've been able to witness this same thing in the caseload that I work with. Now, as a third reason why you'll have your ex back, I do calls with the people that do the breakups. Like, for example, let's say you rejected them after they broke up with you, and then they wanted to figure out what they could do to get you back. So they call me and they tell me the story about how they were going through something, they pushed you away, but now they can't stop thinking about you, okay? I do calls with the people that do the breakups too, and I'm just telling you, feelings change over time. And you already know this because your exes told you they loved you at one point, and that's a very potent feeling, and then they got to the point where they could break up with you. Well, what's the difference between I love you and a breakup? There's some kind of detracting stimulus, right? Well, if there's a detracting stimulus, there must be an attracting stimulus. What are those things? You need to learn this. So that way you can get their feelings to change. But feelings change over time and space apart as a default. So you could be a total idiot and not have any game whatsoever and still get another chance with your ex. You'll mess it up if you don't understand how to do attraction. But your attraction is growing in time and space apart anyway. Now, another reason why you have a chance with your ex is why they broke up with you to begin with. Avoidants always break up with you for really two different hemispheres of reasons. One, they feel like you never listened to them or that you're going to hurt them somehow, or maybe you messed up from a trust perspective. Two, they got overwhelmed, they got afraid of the commitment or the intimacy, and they got stressed out. Now, for both of those reasons, you can reconnect with an ex. If they got overwhelmed from a stress perspective, you can back off and give them time and space apart and have them miss you again and go back in and date them all over again. Or if they kind of wrote you off as a lost cause from an emotional availability perspective, or they just kind of, like maybe you hurt them or something and they're really mad at you, time will lessen the sting of the hurt. And it will become plausible that you've changed and maybe you've become emotionally available on some level, right? So time will fix both of these hemispheres of reasons why avoidants break up with you. It's not going to fix the problem, but it'll give you another shot to demonstrate that problem has been fixed over another period of dating. And again, the last reason that I can confidently tell you that you'll have another shot with your ex, as long as you kind of follow the advice that I put out in my videos, is that I've literally just got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of success stories from people that have listened to me. And here's some examples of this. I went live. This is just from my live last night alone. All my exes have come back at least once. Most recently, one came back from 17 years ago. Goes to show there's no time limit or no amount of times that you can break up and get back together. Another one right here took us 6 months of being broken up, but we are now back together and living together again. And thanks. Just from last night. After 6 months, they're posting that they can't sleep. They feel my presence every day, and now they're calling. Look, every time I go live, I get shit like this. You can go to my Instagram profile and see all my highlights there, where you can just click through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these things.